Okay, well, this is not what I thought it was going to start as, so apologies. I had this all set up really nicely, and it has decided to mess that all up for me. Anyway, hello, I am Pleasure Nerd. I'm an artist, and today what I want to do is I want to, there we go, zoom in ever so slightly. I want to do a portrait using only 3 markers. Now you're going to see me talk about it, and yeah, fingers toes crossed this all works. I'm having an experiment to try and see how, like, which streaming method is the best, but ultimately all I want to do is draw and draw live. So I'm just trying to find the best way to do that. So yeah, today's colours are Moccasin, Limeade and Pine Tree Green. So that is where we're going today. And yeah, so we've got, actually I don't know why I moved those away. So we've got the dark, we've got the mid-tone, and we've got the highlight colour. So hopefully this will all work out. Now, I always do a little test. So this is these colours down here, and also these colours here. So it's this colour, and this colour, and that was me testing out the pencil. So I can see a couple of people are here. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're both doing well. If you can hear stuff in the background, I've got the window open. Yeah, it is. It's, I'll show you the time. It is 1:25. So normally I stream later because during the week I work. I have a corporate office job, which has some creativity to it, so that's great. But yeah, so I like starting with the highlight. I picked this particular reference because I just found her hair to be so fascinating. Like, I love sculptural hair. I have curly hair myself, and that just makes it a little bit different. So yeah, and with this I wanted to have a green, a yellowy green and an orange, so that on the colour wheel they're all kind of analogous. So analogous, we'll do that. But yeah, so the plan is to only use 3 marker colours and see what we can do with that. One moment, I'm just fiddling about. I wish there was a way to keep my chat just pinned, and it will not do that because it hates me. So I'm just going to fanny around in the back end to see if it's working. Yes, okay. Fannying around in the back end has worked. So yes. So yeah, going in with the highlight colour, I do this because, so this isn't the blowout highlight colour, which sounds ridiculous, but when I look at references, I try and use the white highlights only where it really blows out the camera and really shows that it's highlighted. So yeah, at some point so as a heads up, I am working on, and if you've been on any live stream recently, you'll know this, I'm working on a long form video about how I select references to try and help people, because I feel like picking a good reference is half the battle, you know. So but a little bit of insight is that I try to find references with really clear light sources. I think that that's really, really important, because if you don't know where your light source is, it's just going to look really, really muddy. So now I am putting down the midtones. Again, I'm going to apologise because I can't really see the chat. It keeps hiding it, and I don't know why, but we will live and learn. Now, this particular reference has a lot of light glare on the glasses. So my plan is to do more with that. So I'm just probably going to end up being a bit quiet at the moment, because I am wanting to make sure that I get the nose right. If you can hear some clicking in the background, that is my husband playing a video game. He is in the other room, but this house is not soundproofed, and it will just come through. So we shall see. So just playing around with this at the moment. Now this, oh, I might mess that up already. Whoops. So this woman has some gorgeous highlights to her lips. They're really nice and subtle. So I'm just going to go around like that. My hope at some point during the live stream is that I can show the reference on screen so you guys can see where I'm going. Because the thing about references, unless you're doing photorealism, you do not have to adhere closely to it. And I apologise if you can hear children. I live near a bit where people walk by very frequently and seem to talk at the top of their lungs. But yeah, it is what it is. It's all fine. I can't dictate to the world what they should and should not do. I've seen, sorry, a question. So, number one, Torkoal Lover, and if I remember rightly, that's Raymond. Is it Raymond? Oh, is that your dad's name? I can't remember. I'm trying to get my best friend to let me draw him as he's ignoring me. He's ignoring me. He said he never looks good in photos, and I said a painting isn't a photo. Also, because I'm going to draw him in any live studying tips for drawing a person. I don't have, so the thing with drawing people in person, especially when you're like starting out, is that I have always gone for like figure drawing, and I've just tried to sort of capture their essence. I've never really had the opportunity to sit and properly draw a person. Honestly, some of it is that I've never asked, and I felt like this deep sense of embarrassment whenever I think about it. Sorry, I've just remembered I've not put anything behind it, so I'm gonna have to be a bit careful on this. But I believe what some people do is they take a photo as well, so that once, you know, the time is up, you can go back and you can finesse it in a way that is sort of better within your own time frame, kind of thing. I would love to get into drawing people live. I keep thinking that I am too slow for it, and then I remember that I do a lot of my drawings within sort of 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, within sort of 20, but I know people are deeply So yeah, I'm really sorry, Raymond. I don't have a lot of tips for live drawing. I did a lot of so my college is different to US college. So if I use the term college, it's between the ages of 16 and 18. I believe the US refer to college as university, as in like my university is their college. But yeah, I think make sure that they're comfortable, make sure you chat. I think it's important. I would pick sort of an area, pick a rough pose, because like something that they can maintain for a long period of time, because being a live subject can be quite tiring. So I'm just doing some correction because I've realised that despite my pre-sketch, it is not, the eyes were not as even as they are in my reference. But yeah, I feel very chill today. Yesterday was very frantic, in my opinion. I felt very chaotic. Oh, one moment, gang. I am so sorry about this. Sorry about that, gang. A neighbour came by because their fence blew down a while ago, and inevitably it would be when I'm live streaming. That's just how it goes. We'll sort it out in a little bit, but yeah, the joys of a bank holiday weekend. But it seems, excluding that, it seems like the stream is maintaining quite nicely. I completely forgot what I was talking about, by the way. So if you guys have any hints as to what I was talking about, that would be great. Yeah, fully. I was working on the eyes, wasn't I? Yeah, it was one of those ones where, like, I can't really pretend I'm not in, because I am in the dining room, living room area, which all my curtains are open because I wanted some natural light. So yeah, it's very, very strange to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't deal with you right now. I'm so sorry, I'm live streaming. Could I come back at a later point? Now, with this particular portrait, I wanted to pick glasses and curly hair, because I'm going to let you in on a little secret as to why a lot of artists don't draw hair, like curly or coily hair, and why they don't draw glasses. It's because it takes a lot more effort. Drawing straight hair is kind of easy. you just need to get the flow right, whereas drawing coily or curly hair requires a bit more attention paid to light sources and all of that. Same with glasses. Glasses are a nightmare because you want to, glasses are man-made, so they are exactly the same shape both sides. So you know how you're trying to get the eyes to be the same shape and size on both sides. It's even harder with glasses. And also the thing that I've noticed with glasses is that a lot of artists don't show the difference. So if you have a prescription, it will make your eyes bigger or smaller. Like, either way, if you are long-sighted, it will make your eyes look bigger. If you are short-sighted, it will make your eyes look smaller. I personally am long-sighted, so my eyes, I get big anime eyes with my glasses, which is very frustrating because I'll put a lot of effort into makeup and then you can't see it. But I just wanted to say hello, Callie, and I wanted to say hello. Oh, I remember I kept calling you Saloma, wasn't it? Sal. Hello, Sal. That was quite a stream on that one. But I hope you are all well. Lovely to see so many of you. It makes me so happy. All the familiar, I was going to say familiar faces. Familiar faces, stand up places. Something, something, something. But yeah, it's so lovely to see so many people I recognise. Oh, that's made me feel a lot better after having to disappear to talk to a neighbour. So yeah, I wanted to try a palette that I've really genuinely never tried before, and I'm really enjoying it. Oh, Raymond, that's so sweet. You don't have to. You are a menace. I think you are, I mean this with all affection in my heart, you are a goblin. And I love it. Oh, Callie, oh, if you saw the stream yesterday, so we nicknamed the stream Jack because I have not had any good interactions with Jack. Like, all the Jacks I have met have not been nice fellas. So we nicknamed it Jack, and Jack was thoroughly misbehaving. Every time it got to a point where I was like in a flow state, the stream would buffer. Like, it would properly just not know what to do, and it was so frustrating. Right now I am live streaming straight from my phone. I'm going to try an app tomorrow to see if that works, because what I want to do at some point, when we get to a point where it's like I can be a bit more regular, I'd love to have like a reference photo, maybe up here or here, somewhere in the corners. Sorry, I'm very immature. I wanted to have that. I wanted to be able to do transitions, or maybe like holding screens if I needed to take a break, because these streams tend to take around like an hour or two, whereas these drawings would normally take me sort of 20 to 40 minutes. And it's because I'm chatting, and I love this. I love chatting to you. I like reading your comments. It really, I know it's the whole parasocial of it all, but I love it so much. It is so fun for me. And unfortunately, my life has just kind of got a lot more busy on all the days that I wanted to stream. But yeah, the stream was, oh, and XVX said that we should start trying to give the stream kisses to encourage it. So there was a portion of the stream where I was just making kissy noises and telling the stream that it was a good boy. So now that's on the internet for people to see. Yeah, Callie, you are all very distracting and I love it. Sal, Sal, you don't have to do that. You could always watch it on repeat. It's behaving well. And again, if you can hear some clicking, it's not you, it is my husband playing a video game. And I am delighted he is, because he doesn't get to play. Basically, he's got a rally game and he can't really play it when I'm in the room because he needs more sort of seat space. So our tables, our desks are like back to back. So yeah. Oh, I need to do the YouTubey things. If you're enjoying this stream, make sure to like and subscribe. If you are, particularly if you're enjoying the stream, make sure to like it so that other people can come by and join us, join in the fun. And by fun, I mean me drawing and chatting away. Although, to be fair, chat, you are wonderful. I love watching you talk. But yeah. Oh, EVX. Yeah, no, I've been married since I was 21. So I've been married 10 years. I do tend to tell people not to get married as young as I got married, because even though it worked out for me very well, doesn't always work out for other people. And also he's like my best friend. So, yeah. Ava. I don't know, EVXE is quite fun. What is it? Yeah, EVX. I don't know. Almost reminds me of Charlie XEX, you know? But yeah, sorry, I'm now having to try and think about how I'm going to speak to the neighbour after telling him that I couldn't speak to him as I was in the middle of a stream, but that I would get back to him once I was done in like an hour or so. I'm like, oh God. Talking about stuff I do online with people in the real world feels really strange. Because, like, I love this. I love doing this. I genuinely think I would love to do it for a job. The issue is... Get the fuck out. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That swear just came straight out of my face. Julie nodded. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Thank you. That's so sweet. I did not mean for the profanity to come out of my face, and I apologise. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Oh, and here I was talking about my neighbour. That's so sweet. Thank you. I'm so glad that I don't have a camera on my face, because I know I'm already quite pink, but imagine this, but like worse. I've got a little Pantone thing over here. So right now, I am probably that colour. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. What was I talking about? Yeah, thank you. I was just saying that talking about social media stuff with people in real life is really tricky, because there's that mixture of like, oh yeah, prove it, you're good, or like what have you, and I don't really want, like, it's one thing, so younger, so the teenagers amongst you may not have experienced this, but I have always found that I perform better in interviews when I don't know the person, you know? And I feel like I'm so stunned. This is like when Callie sent me a live stream, like a super chat, and I got all weird. I've got all weird again, gang. It's oh, I can do something to the person. All of them are like moderation things, by the way. So sorry, duly noted. It's like, oh, I can put a user in timeout or ban them, and I'm like, no, none of those. I just wanted to highlight their lovely comment. That felt weird, but yeah, talking to people in real life is about sort of what I do online is scary. My husband is one of my biggest advocates. Every workplace he's gone in, he's been like, have you seen my wife's YouTube? Have you seen my wife's social media? She's doing so well. She does this. She's got this many followers. Isn't she great? Look at her art. And I'm like, okay. Lots of people in my real life know what I do online, and that's scary. It also means, and I mean this with all affection towards my friends and family, it means I can't talk shit about them. Excuse my French. But yeah, it means that like now I can't talk about some of the silly things that they've done because I'm kind of putting their story on blast. But some of my friends do weird things, and I really want to talk about it with you guys because it's just same at work. Like I can't talk about my work stuff because people follow me from work, including, and I've also had someone. So if you have seen my channel for a while, one of my what was highest performing videos got taken down by me because someone at my work, I was talking about a past manager I had at that workplace, and I was told off for doing that because it created a hostile environment despite that particular manager discriminating against me. But yeah, no, not the orange and blue room, thank God. No, he oh, I was about to no, we're not going to call him out by name. That was many years ago, and like I think that was about 7 years ago that I worked in the same place as that guy. But yeah, like people just get weird. So sorry, I'm just going to go back through the chat because I feel like I've missed important chats. So Art Affiliated Nerd, sorry, you'll see my bingo wings. Art Affiliated Nerd was saying that neighbours moved and replaced with people that you don't know. Yeah, it's nice when you get to know your neighbours. So the neighbours that came just then today, they were we've been in contact because they wanted to buy the back part of our garden, which they can't do because we're renting, and then the fence has fallen down due to the high winds. So that's been how we've spoken to them quite a lot. Oh, and their cat ran away and they thought it might be in our shed. It was not. I believe they found their cat, but their cat kept, the collar kept malfunctioning. Anyway, the neighbours directly next to us are delightful. Really love speaking to them. It's just nice to feel like it's sort of part of a community. Oh, Art Affiliated Nerd, I hope you have fun with your algebra. Oh, absolutely not. No, Sal, I don't like calling people up to argue. You do that face to face. I guess it depends how much. So this is about. Oh, I'll just draw on my table. This is roughly A5, like it's not exactly, but it's roughly A5. I like working in this size because I feel like the markers work best. But and also I get bored very easily. So it is entirely dependent on you. And what you want to, sorry, that's unhelpful. But, and also I guess what medium you're working in. What medium will you be working in, Raymond? Soft pastels and charcoal. Oh, that will be fun with a larger piece, because you then, so something that I've always been taught is that you should use your whole arm to draw. I do not. I just don't. I tend to use my wrist because I like working smaller, but if you're working larger, use your elbow and your arm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, sorry, I'm just reading through the chat. I don't know how streamers do this, where they're like, yeah, I can just casually read the chat. I'm like, maybe I should make the text bigger, like a little old woman. But I feel like, yeah, A5 is quite comfy, I think, maybe with pastels. If you're using them sideways, so you can tell I'm an expressive, but if you're using it that way, instead of like pointed, definitely bigger, because then you can like map out the features and it'll be really fun. Soft pastels are something that I keep wanting to get into. I've got a friend who has soft pastels, he did a lot of work with soft pastels and it looked so good, and I was like, oh, I could do that, in the truly arrogant way of like, oh, I made that look so easy, I think I could do it too. And then got around to it and I was like, oh, my hands are all like messy and gross and I can't do it the way he does. So yeah, that was not my finest moment. I am really enjoying this colour palette though. I love this green, which is limeade. I think it's gorgeous. Sorry, I've missed. So Julie Knotted says that size makes it easier to fill the whole page too. They struggle to fill anything bigger, which I think is referring to A5. Raymond saying that he's thinking about going A3. That could be really, really fun with soft pastels, so you definitely should. EVX is saying that they are, yeah, go eat, you little rascal. Genuinely, I love seeing the art in the community. I need to try and log in on my phone. Not my phone, that's the wrong one. On my laptop and computer more often, because like I can't see it on my phone and it's driving me insane. Like, well, that's like, I can see it, I can't interact with it, which feels pointless. Like, why would you make it so I can see it but I can't tell people how wonderful their artworks are? Like, that just, I don't know, rude, you know? Julie Noted saying that they got soft pastels like 3. Same. Absolutely same here. I have a bunch of soft pastels that I got in all honesty because I had the stupid notion, this is not stupid for anyone else, it's just stupid for me. I had the stupid notion that I was going to get into doll customization, so I got a few dolls to paint and like got the soft pastels because I wanted to sort of paint their faces and stuff. And by the time that I got the dolls that I'd ordered from eBay, I completely lost interest in that hobby, even though I had obsessed about it for about 3 months. Tell me you have ADHD without telling me you have ADHD, you know? So, yeah, it just, no, it is what it is. Then oil pastels. See, oil pastels are a medium that I really want to get into. I've got some oil paints, but again, because I live in a rental, I don't feel comfortable exploring oil paints because I really want to do those beautiful, like, detailed portraits, like those old ones, and it's so fun. I want to do more of it. I used to do a lot of painting with acrylic markers, hence why I really like acrylic marker pens. And yeah, I don't know, there's something, I feel like I'm quite expressive with a lot of my art. Like the way that I colour and stuff is a bit more fluid than like an illustrator would typically do. And I attribute that to predominantly focusing on painting when I was younger. I loved painting, and then I decided I wanted to be a graphic artist. I wanted to do comic books. And so, because like I could paint and I was like, yeah, this is easy, I can do this. Move on to something I can't do. And yeah, that, ugh. Still have aspirations of doing my own comic. And in fact, that reminds me I need to get back to a friend about his, that he's asked me to draw for. So, just, you know, life gets in the way a bit. And that's fine. Like, life's supposed to get in the way. That's what life's there for. But, oh, yes, sorry, if people aren't aware, I really love, this is not to be parasocial about it, but like genuinely one of the things that I really want to try and use this community for is to encourage people to create. So if you are working on anything, whether it's a craft, whether it's art, even if it's just a silly sketch that you really love, I genuinely want to see it, because the only way that, you know, it basically, ever since that comment from the person way back being like, no, don't learn to sew, even though I already know how to sew, but don't learn to sew because you'll just waste materials. Ever since then, I'm like, no, if you want to pick up a hobby, I want you to show me it. I want to show you, like, everyone starts as a beginner and then, you know, you get better. So, art scene, don't you worry about it. There's still plenty to go. I am being very ad hoc with my approach this time. I am substantially less explanatory than the last time I did that. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying watching you guys connect. It makes me really happy. Because it can be really lonely being a creative, you know. I've just absolutely butchered her poor mouth. Let's try and blend that out. Now she's got a lot of yeah. Oh, that's pretty. I like that a lot. I just want to bring more positivity, because creating art feels like a very human thing for me. I feel like we almost strive to create in some kind of way. And I really, really like that. Yeah, sorry. The clicking in the background is my husband. It's if it's a cha-chunk, that's him. He's having a fun time. Although he seems to have stopped, so I don't know what that is. It might be my mouth clicking. So give me a moment. I'll just have some water. What do I have to do in the meantime? I don't know. We'll wiggle the fingers. I need to get one of those wind-up toys, so I can wind it up and have it do something as I take a drink. I'm always so worried it gets boring. Oh. Sal, I'm so sorry. I hope that situation gets better soon. Big ol' hugs. Really feel for you, because it's hard when people do that. But I was going to say, if you want to talk, that's going to be quite difficult. But I hope you feel better soon. I will be streaming tomorrow, so if you're not able to make the end of it, we're here for you, because I know it is hard. Especially when friends fall out, it's really tricky. So, yeah. Raymond, I bet you just sit there looking cute. That is a full-time job. I used to do a lot of gaming. So I kind of fell away from art for a very long time. It felt like a very long time. It was about 7 years. And all the love, Sal. Hope you have a better evening, afternoon, day. I hope things get better for you. If not, I hope you've got some ice cream to help with the feelings, because that's what I would use. Right, now I'm going to do the scary part, which is I'm going to try and draw a circle. Because I am not good at this bit. Which is why I try to avoid drawing glasses, which is dumb. So I'm going to have to learn to draw glasses. Because I like art that has glasses. I like things that look like me. So I need to make sure that I practice what I preach. But yeah, if you ever are like, why don't I see more of insert, facial feature, it is either because people are like, that's really hard to do, or they don't know that there's a demand for it, if that makes sense. So I really enjoy drawing a variety of noses rather than like teeny tiny little sort of pixie noses. And nothing against teeny tiny pixie noses, they're very cute. I just think more types of noses are also cute, I think hook noses are gorgeous, like more African noses with large nostrils, I think stunning. Like, every nose is gorgeous. Big noses, small noses, wide noses, narrow noses. All gorgeous. All forms of human are stunning, and it makes me so sad that people don't view themselves that way. Oh, the way that you reply to each other is you do an @ so @ symbol, and then type their username. It might try and bring it up like as a thing, because there's a lovely selection of you. There's 12 of you, and I am very grateful. And on that note, please make sure to like. I hate this part. Make sure to like and subscribe. Eventually I'll figure out one of those end screen things too, which isn't just me being like struggling to say goodbye. But yeah. I see the chat has already jumped in to explain it for you. But yeah, I love fiddling about. I did someone, and I'll have to address this comment to them directly, but I saw in my comments someone asking to see my sketch process, and I'm not gonna lie, I really don't want to do that. It took me a little while because I was initially like, no. I didn't respond to them, which isn't because I don't want to, it's just I realised like my tone would have been way off. Does that make sense? Like I would have responded way more emotionally than was really warranted for the interaction that they gave me, because they were very polite about it, and my reaction was going to be less polite. And I was like, why am I having such a visceral response to someone saying that they want to see more of my because I want to see more of my yes, oh, I'd love that. Okay, I'll do that in the community, and I'll also make a short about it because that will be fun. Sorry, for anyone listening, Alexandrite in the comments, in the chat, has said you should have an art challenge in your community to make an end card. And I think that's so fun. I love that, because I have like a normal end card, which is my little goblin cheering, which several people tell me regularly that they thought was a minion, which is very upsetting to me. It's just because she's wearing my favourite jumper, which is yellow. The goblin is based on me, and I am using my favourite of my jumpers. You know what, I'll just do that there like that, and we can do it in white after. But yeah, I thought that was gonna be cute. But yeah, that could be really fun, or just figuring out something for me to say at the end. There's a reviewer that I watch, and I love his little sign off, which is if you liked the video, make sure to like it, and if you didn't, lie. And that's how fun. Thank you, Callie. You and I've forgotten. You and you're gonna mess me up, gang. This is not. You're gonna make me all. And now my thing is all freaking out. You, Julie Knotted. You and Julie Knotted are gonna make me. You're just gonna end up having me swearing a lot. Oh, my brain fully shut down then. That's embarrassing to have on screen. But thank you. That's very thank you. You are both gremlins and goblins for making me freak out this much. It's so kind. I greatly appreciate you. That's so sweet. I have a plan for how I want to thank you guys. So Julie, you may not know this, but I think Callie does. My plan is to use your super chats towards buying art supplies, and then what I wanted to do is like name them after you. So, oh, yeah. XVX, don't you liking? So, I get very emotional about the super chats because I don't anticipate it, but genuinely, just liking the video, just being here, just chatting, is wonderful. It's the fact that anyone wants to watch me draw, that anyone wants to talk to me, is always a blessing. As cringe and like bleh, as that is, it is true. It's one of those I don't anticipate, I don't expect them, which is why I end up having such a bold reaction. So, but yeah, something that go eat, you absolute monster. But yeah, essentially my plan, if it's like a sketchbook, I'll have like your little username on, or if it's a art supply like a pen or something, I want to like name my supplies after people who have done super chats. I think that could be really, really fun. Adopt an art supply, essentially. So Julie noted, if you've watched a stream where it's really lagged out in the last, like, I don't know, 3-4 weeks, that's my fault. That's not you guys are goblins, and I love you all so much. Thank you. It's so, what am I gonna do with myself? Comport yourself, pleasure. Bring it together. Stop. Okay. Thank you. You guys are very, very sweet. But yeah, I like the idea of sort of adopt a art supply. I'm fully beginning to stumble over my words. Right. Blech. Ooh. Well, we're back in it. We're okay. Right. So I'm actually now going to talk about how little I like these pens. So the issue that I have a lot of the time is that, so these are my favourite gel pen. I'm just going to say this out loud. I like them. I think they're useful. They serve their purpose. I know a lot of artists use them. I use them a lot. I find them frustrating to deal with because they do not always work, and it seems to be completely random as to when they will work, and that annoys the crap out of me. To be real blunt about it, it really, really pisses me off because I can't like reliably do something, and I don't like that. Sorry, I've just looked at the reference and I actually need to make these. Yeah, so Callie, the jelly rolls do get gunky. Unfortunately, from my experience, they are the best gel pens out of the lot. Gel pens, generally speaking, are quite, we'll call them temperamental instead of little bitches, which is how I actually feel about them. They are, again, sorry for the swearing, but they are absolute little bitches. They are so frustrating to deal with. They are like, how do I put this? they don't do what I want, and especially on like, so you can't, this is something that does annoy me, and if I could work on manufacturing this, I would. I would like to be able to have cool toned whites and warm toned whites, because when you use, say, like a jelly roll on a cool toned illustration, it comes up so warm, and it really throws the balance out of everything, and it really, really bugs me. Like, genuinely, I know I keep saying genuinely, but it's not how I want the piece to go, and that irritates me no end. I really would want something more cool toned, but there is no, I've not found it yet. Something that I kind of want to play around with is white ink on alcohol markers to see if that works. But again, it's something that is kind of like, it's such a small thing, and it feels like whenever I try to explain it, I feel really overly technical about it when it comes to colour. But having a warm white on a cool illustration just throws off the balance, especially if you, within the illustration or painting or whatever it is that you've done, you've used a warm white. No, you've used a cool colour for your highlight. And then if you're using the jelly roll with its warm white, like genuinely, I had a plan for a video that I've never filmed, because I'm like, I have so many opinions on this, and it feels frivolous. You know what I mean? Like, with everything going on at the moment, my opinions on white gel pens and trying to get a good white for a drawing just feels really kind of weird, because you get varieties in black. You've got different hues of black, but when it comes to trying to highlight a piece, because I'm super going into colour theory now, I am so sorry, I'm not. This is what I love talking about. But like, you can create a black by just adding more colour. You know, you can just keep going and keep adding. So with a lot of, so digitally, it's a subtractive process. You are trying to get, the more, with light, the more colour you add, the closer you get to white. With ink, with paint, with all of that, the more you add, the closer to black you get, the darker it gets. So when you, like, so for example, that part there is only one layer of alcohol marker. That layer there is 2 layers of alcohol marker. This is several layers of alcohol marker, and I'm getting closer and closer and darker, because that's how colour and with art works. With white, you're trying to figure out a way of doing that, like bringing the colour up. And I can see that it's a very tricky process to get, and I'm being finicky. I think the best way, like, if I wanted to get the white that I really want, I need to use paint. But I don't want to do that. Because even with the acrylic markers that I've got, those whites are all a warm white, and I think it's just due to the extraction process. A cold white is a very artificial white. So, yeah. Sorry, you guys are having a lovely chat and I'm like intensely talking about colour. That's fine. I don't mind at all. I'm just like, crap, I went on my little rant about colour again. But yeah, so like, it's really interesting when you start moving into it. And it also, if you guys are like interested in makeup, it plays into makeup. So like, if a lot of makeup is trying to neutralize colors that they feel shouldn't be there. So for me, in theory, I should neutralize how pink I am to make a lovely clear sort of porcelain thing. The thing that I have is that I really like my pink. I think it looks almost like Renaissance-esque. I'm a very, very pink cool-toned girly. Oh, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the the lesson on colour theory and how passionate I am. But yeah, so it's just, I'll go back to that point. It's something that is getting a good white for an illustration can be really hard for that reason. I think a lot of ways of getting white are warm toned anyway. So the way that you would make it cool toned is by adding like a light blue or something, and then it's too blue, you know? So it's a really delicate balance, and I struggle to get that with the markers. And because this is just like a quick, silly little drawing, it's hard to be like, no, I must seek the pinnacle of the colour. But it is something that does bother me. Because I strive for perfection, even though it doesn't exist. It's something that I do strive for, and it is something that I noticed, and it does bother me personally when I can't get the right kind of hue that I'm after. So like this particular drawing is very warm toned. I'd say the green is a little bit more cool toned, but we've got the orange. We've got this sort of, what is it, moccasin, which is just a light orange. We've got this greenery green, which is orange hue. And then we've got the dark, I think it's called pine tree green, which is actually more cool toned, but that works because it's a shadow. And building that with so shadows tend to be more cool toned anyway. It just, yeah. I find colour fascinating, if you couldn't tell. It's something that I just think is really fun to play with. And the reason that I got into colour theory at all was because I used to really, really struggle with it. Especially at school, I didn't understand what I was doing wrong, because I thought shadows, you just added a bit of black, you know? And then I found out after I went to school, which was very annoying, that is not the case at all. So yeah, so what I'm doing at the moment, whilst I've been explaining that, is I've been going in with the dark colour and then lightening it with the lighter colour. So going in with that shadow colour and lightening it with the mid-tone so that it blends. So I oversaturate the area, and then as it dries, it lightens. So yeah. Anyway, sorry, I've been so head down talking about colour theory that I have not checked the chat for a while. So give me a moment. I'm just going to have a quick look and see what you guys have been chatting about, which is how intensely I care about it. Stealing the brain. I actually watched Despicable Me recently. And then you guys just teasing. That was fun. Or getting your art stuff ready. That'll be fun. I hope you have fun. It will be great. Like once you get going, it'll be so it will be second nature. You'll just be like, I don't know why I was so worried about this. Right, I think I'm ready to go in with more white. Or just loop. And then a bit of the orange there as well. Add a bit of warmth back. So white is often used for the blowout colours. I use it more because I wanna, if I'm being real honest. There are ways that I could probably not do it the way that I do it, but I like it. So, but generally speaking, so for example, you really shouldn't use black in a painting because it dominates the painting. The places that you should use black are, they'll always say, is on the in the pupils, and that's it, because that's where you want people to look. It's the same with white, like a brilliant white. It dominates the illustration, so you'll have spent all that time and effort, like I have here, finessing the colours in the face, and as soon as you add white, it pulls it up a bit further, so that subtlety is completely lost. So for example, if you're using pastel colours, not the medium, but like very, very light toned colours, if you were to put black next to it, you'd lose all the detail. And that is a shame, because you'll have put all that effort, all that energy, all that love, and then it goes. Sorry, I'm reading the chat now. People being fidgety. I think the idea is if you get them to like look at a certain point, if there's a point in the room that they feel comfortable like looking at for a long time, that'll be a good way to do it. Just me swallowing now. Truly auditory fun. Just gonna, every so often I get videos being like, where people are like, oh, this must have been done by AI because she uses her finger. No, I do, I use my finger because it's much more accurate for me than, because another thing that bothers me, which I don't think you can see at this distance with jelly rolls and gel pens in general, gel, is that it creates like a divot. So you end up with like, instead of one smooth line, you end up with like kind of train tracks. And that's very, very, very annoying. So I'm now going to do all of the lights that are in this drawing. I'm just actually, so I have this pen that I do really like. It's a Pentel Milky Brush, and this is very warm toned, by the way, so I'll just scooch it down, and it's a brush pen, so you can see, well, maybe not, I can see, whoops, okay, if I do it like that, you can see the back, the paper is cool toned and that is warm toned. I just wanted to see, oh, I did a blob and I shouldn't have. And now I need to figure out, you know, I'll let it dry. We shall see how it goes. So, and now I'm like reading the chat. You guys are having a lovely chit chat. And I'm like, I just want to watch and be part of it, because I'm like this with other streams. I like watching the person and then like reading the comments as well about what they're talking about, because people have such wonderful insights. But yeah, so what I'm trying to do is create the effect of like light hitting the glass without it, because I feel like I've just messed that up in that corner there. So what if I, ooh, pat, pat, pat. That's quite nice, I like that. I can do it on the other side. La la la, pat, 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 pat. Pat, 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 pat. Yeah. I can do it across the thing too. We'll do that, and then pat, 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 pat. And then again. Welcome to a pleasure nerd stream where she just says pat, 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 pat. Pat. Pat, 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 pat. Because that's the thing with glasses, is that the glare from them, like, it's never like it's like the glass is never there. It's always there in photos, even if it's not too bad. You will always get a teeny tiny bit of light. Toilet. Oh, I like that a lot. Oh, that's pretty. We'll do a bit more up here to... Oh, I like that so much. Oh, that's gorgeous. Absolutely, Raymond. Pat, pat, pat is required in... you got that lovely... You got to go pat, 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 blend, blend, blend. Pat, 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 pat. Or smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. Pat, pat, pat. I'm having so much fun just patting. Like, I shall just have fun here and pat, pat, pat. Do a little bit around the chin as well. Just disperse that white a little bit more. Maybe up on the forehead. Now what I'd like to do as well, I think I'm going to add some freckles. I think that'll be really cute. So, just painting in the necklace of Africa that I thought was gorgeous. So because this pen isn't super vibrant, I can add some texture into the hair. So it's not all just like, just singular sort of swipes, if that makes sense. And because it's so light, it just kind of looks like a lighter version of it, which is great. And then a bit there. So I can go back over in the gel pen and add those like brilliant lights. But this kind of just adds a little sun. Now I'm also going to add a few more like smaller hairs, because anyone with curly hair, I think people refer to them as flyaways, but you'll get them most of the shape, and then you'll just get those little hairs that are like, I'm here too, I don't want to be part of the clump, I want to go my own way. Very Fleetwood Mac. You can go your own way. And they go off and do things. But yeah. Because I feel like everyone deserves to see themselves in a piece of art. That being said, really loved Banksy's latest piece. I thought it was hilarious. I really enjoyed it. Oh, yeah. No, my fingers absolutely get messy. I don't tend to show it. If I'm using sort of paint like this, you would... Aha! Aha! And that's from that bit there. Got two lovely blobs. But when I do acrylic markers, my hands are covered. And if I use charcoal, absolutely covered. When I did acrylic paints, I used to use, when I ran out of room in my palette, I used to use my hands as a different blending space. So yeah, it can get quite messy. It's why I don't use paint anymore, because I go a bit feral. And it just doesn't make sense. So that's why I've gone for alcohol markers, because it's less likely. Still happens, but less likely to get messy. So, and the great school. I just hit my water. Which is a pint glass from a local beer festival. But yeah. I'm now just like having fun, just making little shapes. But yeah, anytime there's a pat, 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 stop it. You will get stuff on your fingers. Unless you're wearing gloves. But I feel like I lose connection with reality whenever I wear gloves, so I try not to wear them. Which I believe is a neurodivergent thing. Whether it is, I think it's probably an autism thing, if I'm 100% sure, because sensory differences are an autism thing. But yeah, always been a thing where, like, when I wear gloves, I struggle with understanding my surroundings at the best of times. Wearing gloves makes it worse. Yes, you have to show the setup. You can put it in the community, and you will have to show us the end result. And I don't anticipate anyone would be mean, but if they do, they are getting banned or hidden from my channel, because I will not tolerate that when people are sharing, you know, what they've been really, especially when it's of a real person, you know, not that this isn't of a real person, it is of a real person, but like when it's someone that you know. So I'm just being a bit rougher for that part. But yeah, again, I will try and say this on every stream. I know I don't, but if you have something where you're like, I think this is good, or I want to share, or want to get feedback, please feel free. See, this is what I mean. It's not actually working, but it was working earlier. So let's try this one. Are you working? No. Why would you do that when I'm streaming, you absolute bastard? Right, look. So this was working earlier. It is now not. The difference, 20 minutes apparently. And all it's doing is making a dent. As a heads up, we are near the end of this drawing, so do the YouTubey things, like, comment, subscribe. Liking will help the video reach more people. Yada yada yada. This one is working, but yeah, I just it really annoys me when it does this. Okay, so like a bit of light just at the bottom of the nostrils. She's got like this lovely. Why? I want to use the 10. Work for me, please. Do you know what? I'll use Evie's logic. If I give them a little kiss, mwah, mwah, maybe it'll work. If this works, I'm going to be so mad. Phew. I have to kiss all of my things to make them work. Come on, there we go. Okay, maybe in kissing did work, because it did work on this one. That's going to be embarrassing. Yeah. Now I have to kiss them. Ugh. I was going to say something that was really mean. I was going to say, oh, I have to kiss my husband and now I have to kiss my art. So much kissing. I don't even like kissing. That is a joke. I like kissing a lot. That's going to be my preamble for the stream, is to kiss all of my art utensils. And now, you know, the sponsored ones, that's going to form a weird kind of relationship with those pens. It'd be, do you know what will be really, really funny is if once I start, oh, someone's leaving. Lovely to see you. I hope you'll have a lovely day. But what I was going to say was if this is how it it's going to completely change my relationship with my art if I have to keep kissing everything to make it work properly. I guess, I know, if you view pleasure as not just like a pleasant thing, that does kind of play into my channel name a bit, doesn't it? Pleasure nerd, and all she does is just kiss her art supplies. What's really interesting actually is that so whenever I try and use YouTube's sort of like, you should try this inspiration tab, it is always, how do I put this tastefully? It is people's interests. Adopted art supplies get googly eyes. You are 100% right. They will get a name and googly eyes. And I will give you options of what you could adopt. I just think it could be more fun to do it that way, you know. This isn't to be like, I want to earn more money from you as I twiddle my mustache. See? I'll lead the drawing. That's not how it is. It's one of those things of like, I just want this to be more fun for you guys. I want you to feel like you make an impact, because you do. And it's really like nice. And it reminds me of you guys. Like, I have so many like personal gifts from friends that are in prominent places where they're like, why did you put that there? And I'm like, because whenever I see it, I think of you. So I want to think about you more. So I put you and the gift you gave me in a prominent place. I like thinking that I'm not, but I am absolutely a sap. And very, very... It's going to be my new voice. She, as you can see from my art. Nope, I can't do it long term. You gotta get the catchlights, she, as I steal your money, she. It's a terrible accent, and I feel like whatever region of America is going to come and hunt me down. I apologise. It did not intend to be mean. Right, I think we're pretty much done. I'm gonna do some like little decoration-y bits, and then I think that's the stream done. And we'll do, I think maybe we'll do a bloke tomorrow. I've been drawing a lot of women. I think it's time we draw a bloke on stream. Thank you guys so much. Sorry, my brain is now like, I am focusing really hard not to do the stupid voice. Whenever I do stupid voices, my husband and I have a joke that it's my it's my brand new voice, and that this is just going to be my voice from now on. Have fun, Raymond. I hope you have a good time with your mate. I hope the drawing goes well. Make sure to, if you want, you don't have to, but pop it in the community so we can see what you get up to. And then, yeah, and then I'll do a few dots with the darker colour. But I'm really pleased with this, everyone. I'm so glad you stuck around with me. It looks like, so far, it looks like streaming directly from my phone might be how I have to approach this, which is, I don't know, a little bit frustrating if I'm entirely honest. But it is what it is. Tomorrow I will probably stream around 3 p.m. UK time, because I have to go grocery shopping. But 3 p.m. will probably be when I do it on a Sunday. And then Monday, I don't know, it will probably depend on when I get up. But yeah, I'm just gonna pick it up and show you guys. So that's how she looks. Thank you all for hanging out with me. It's been a delightful time. You are wonderful and so fun to hang out with. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you are here in the UK, I hope you have a wonderful bank holiday weekend and enjoy the sun whilst we have it, because apparently Monday and Tuesday are when it's going to go downhill. But I hope you have a lovely, lovely, lovely weekend. I shall see you guys soon. Make sure to post anything, any projects you're working on, post in the community. I would love to see them, whether it's crafts or art or whatever. I want to see it all. Bye, bye, bye. Love you. This has been so fun. Bye.